Welcome once again back to the lab, y'all. It is your old Professor Pilk, and we need to talk about the Hisuian Sammurott raid. Now, I made a few predictions earlier on today, today, as of recording this, and honestly, unsurprisingly, I predicted the moveset pretty well. It was off by one, but the way that this raid works, those mon that I recommended, well, they're at a bit of a disadvantage. And I'll be honest with you guys, the best Pokemon for the job is Miraidon. Miraidon is a fantastic choice here. Super easy run. Just outfit him with a Shell Bell. Come over here, give him Calm Mind. I gave Parabolic Charge. You could just give any other extra electric move. It honestly doesn't matter too much. Electro Drift, I'm going to go put some PP up in that here in a second. And Reflect. Now, Reflect is really, really, really important. Also worth noting, I do have my, granted I set this up a really long time ago, but I do have my EVs in HP and Special Attack. That just kind of makes him an all-rounder for most of these types of situations. The Hadron Engine really, it's nice in the beginning, but it doesn't do a huge amount by the middle portion of the fight. You can actually go over here and manipulate the natures, but I didn't find a huge change in that too much, though it is something that you could modify if you wish to. The one thing I'm going to do, though, real quick, is I'm going to put some PP up in Electro Drift, because I really feel like that's going to help us, not in him, in him. I feel like that's going to help us in the long run. Now, that only gives us 8 moves, but I'll be honest with you, that's really about all we need. The early attacks, and the reason that I recommend doing like Parabolic Charge or any other kind of electric attack, is because you're really going to only open up with those just to kind of build up your Terra Orb charge. It's not super important in the early portion of this this event. Now, I think I was so busy talking, I don't remember if I actually grabbed the right monitor or not. We'll find out here in a moment. Okay. Now, it is worth noting that he will use Bulldoze, he will use Sword Dance both right out of the gate. Nope, I have the wrong mod, so we'll go fix that real fast. I thought I clicked it too quickly. Let's go get... See, there's Sword Dance. And then his first move is going to be Bulldoze. Now, the nice part is it doesn't seem like he uses Bulldoze for the rest of the event. Now, do bear in mind, it is very common for them to change movesets based on whether you're running the solo, duo, or even as a quartet. So, in essence, and that is the correct way to word that, in essence, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pay close attention to your movesets here. So let's grab Miraidon. Okay? And then we'll challenge load. There we go. This time I didn't mess it up. All right. So, since he is going to be very weak to Bulldoze, we need to be pretty quick with our Reflect. We need to get Reflect up like that. Now, the nice part is, once Reflect is up, we're pretty safe. Like, we are not going to take that much damage. So we're going to focus early on in the game into setting up our Terra Orbs charge. Kind of a no-brainer. Oh, I love the fact we have an Arcanine here. This might actually help out quite a bit. And I'll kind of explain when we get in here to that. Now, enjoy the fact that you have electric terrain. It's not going to last long. I'll be totally honest here. You can use a Decisive L to kind of reinitiate that, and I'll explain that here in just a moment. But honestly, it only stays around for a turn or two. It's really not that big of a deal. So like I said, we open up with Reflect, and the whole reason for that is that's going to drop his physical attack, because his physical attack is extreme. And there it goes. It's already gone. That's the thing. So I'm going to do Parabolic Charge 3 times. Okay, it's going to do a good amount of damage. It is super effective. It's going to hurt him pretty badly. There we go. Now, the big thing with Bulldoze, it's going to drop our speed there. That is going to suck, but it's really not the end of the world. I'll be totally honest with you. I didn't worry about it one bit at all. So notice that Ceaseless Edge, while it is a very strong move, it adds about 50% normal damage. It doesn't hurt us one bit. So this is what, turn 2, I think. That's turn 2 since we put up Reflect. So we're going to need to keep a good eye on that and probably put Reflect back up. Now, he is paralyzed. The downside is now he can't be burned by Arcanine. I really wish we could get that burn from Arcanine. That would help out big time. But ain't so lucky. Okay? So now he's got his barrier up. He's going to remove his stat changes. That's why we haven't really done any stat changes to him at all. Or I'm sorry, removes our stat changes. Correction. He'll remove his here shortly, but we're really not doing any on him. We're just kind of focusing on ourselves right now. So if I'd done any of my Calm Minds early on, we wouldn't really have been able to take full effect of that. All right, so that's turn 3. We got 2 more, then we'll reinitiate Reflect. So you can guess it. The next 2 turns, we're going to do Calm Mind. Now, if we need any healing here and there, we'll just use a Cheer Heal. But for the time being, we have our Terra Orb charge. I just need to get a little bit of extra damage out of this Calm Mind. And I'll be honest with you, in my testing, I only really needed to do Calm Mind really 2, maybe 3 times to get the mass effect out of it. So, I know pun intended on that one. But to get the greatest effect out of it, I only did 2 on the last run. I might do 3 here, but I'm going to kind of play it by ear based on the amount of damage that we receive. So, looks like Reflect is down now, so we'll put Reflect back up on the next turn. Not overly worried yet. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do Reflect. And I'll save my Electro Drifts for once I'm Calm-Minded up. Calm-Minded up. I mean, it works. There we go. So that'll prevent us from taking a huge amount of damage here. So we're still not terribly worried about everything. I'm going to do one more Calm Mind, and then we're going to go into Electro Drift. If we could get the burn, that would be really nice, but it is what it is. With Reflect up, we're fine. And I don't honestly think we need to worry about Reflect too much after this. But here's turn 2. We're going to go ahead and Terrastalize, and we're going to do Electro Drift. Now, you could Calm Mind all the way up. Obviously, you could do 6 Calm Minds, but I think that's kind of overkill. Obviously, that's going to do an insane amount of damage. You could even really set up a one-hit KO if you really wanted to. But at this juncture, we're just kind of playing it. We're playing it cool. We're playing it easy. And if you want to kind of Electro Drift, then Calm Mind, Electro Drift, then Calm Mind, you should be fine. But look at the amount of damage we did even with this barrier up. It really is so incredibly worthwhile. So I'll just do my second Electro Drift. And I'm not even going to worry about Reflect at this point because I don't think he can really do enough damage to threaten us, even once Reflect goes down. So let's see what happens here. His barrier, if not already broken, will be broken after this turn for absolute certain. Yeah, I think that was definitely barrier level damage, even though it looked like the animation said barrier was not up there anymore. There we go. Yeah. So a little barrier damage here. We'll see the real damage now. Okay. And like I said, I'm not really worried about anything he's doing at this point. Electro Drift is definitely just going to be our go-to. So let's see how much damage we produce on this turn. Boom. Okay. Maybe he could use one more Calm Mind. I'm just going to keep Electro Drifting, I'll be honest with you. There's no need to get greedy and let yourself get damaged. So, negative effects are removed from himself, but we didn't do anything. So, he can't really affect us. Now, the only thing is, a Reflect... Ooh, a critical hit. That is bad. A Reflect is down now. Our Reflect is no longer in play. So, we definitely don't want to take, an L here. We definitely do not want to do not want to risk that. Let's see how much healing we get out even after that critical hit. Not a comfy amount of healing, but... Enough healing. If I wanted to play it safe here, I could put Reflect back up. But I've got 4 more Electro Drifts. I feel pretty confident. Now, once again, a critical hit, and he does have Focus Energy, so a critical hit here would be kind of the end of me. So there is the opportunity that RNG definitely could, send me to an early demise. But I kind of feel pretty confident. Here we go. Oh, he's paralyzed too. That does help. Still, if you want to play it a little bit safe, you definitely can do a reflect and then start doing your electro drifts all over again. There's no shame in that one bit, but consider the paralyze was in effect. I didn't really need to. And once again, your run might be a hair different, but you know, this is my second time through. Usually, right about here last time, I canned it so that we could another critical hit. I canned it so that we would, you know, get a nice clean run. So, you know, and I actually, in fairness, I actually don't think reflect would affect the affect anything with that with those critical hits. Actually, I take that back. I think critical hits would actually circumvent the reflect. So another reason why I just didn't bother putting up reflect. But there we go. Pretty easy. Haven't had any issues with it. You know, very straightforward. Now I got to decide what ball I want to use for this guy. I like using balls that really don't make any sense. Repeat ball, because I do have a ton of him. I've been saving luxury balls for something else. Let's do... Netball makes too much sense. Yeah, we'll do a netball. What the heck? Kind of makes sense, but at the same rate, you know, it'd be what it be. But never the mind, you guys. That is your build. Really easy, really straightforward, and a build that most people who have at least completed the game or completed the decks can pretty much soundly handle. Even if you're on Scarlet, if you have completed your decks, you should have a Miraidon laying around. If not, borrow one from somebody, you know, just like you did to complete the decks, and you should be good to go. But there you guys go. Easy build, straightforward. Solo this bad boy. Like, comment, and make sure you guys share this video out if anybody's having some problems with this, because I've heard all kinds of troubles with this, and, you know, there's no need to let your friends struggle. I'll catch you guys on the next Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video.